This young lady, we are so proud to have her. She started out in Lubbock, Texas. She was a lock. Those that don't know, she was a locksmith business. She's always about helping people. She is just a tenacious, hungry person for knowledge and to build a business. When she saw network marketing, she dropped everything and said, "Wait a minute, this is even better than what I'm doing." And not only that, I love her tenacity to ask Tony Kupas to come down to Texas in a city she had no contacts in, but she knew she had time to go build it. Uh-oh. She knew she had enough time to go build it. And then she put her head down and went to work, filled up the place when Tony Kupas came and knew nobody there. So that's what it takes to be successful sometimes is getting out there, putting yourself out there, get out the comfort zone and stretch yourself. Without further ado, can we give a warm welcome to none other, the great regional director, Ms. Roxann Corralejo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness. So first and foremost, I want to start today out with attitude of gratitude for sure. That flyer was fire and that's debris. He really said it. He puts that stuff together and does all that. So thank you so much. I appreciate all that you guys do and the effort that you put behind that. I have no hand in any of that whatsoever. So thank you so much and happy birthday, Jabri. I'm so excited. Another birthday, another year. And then also to you, Mr. Thomas, man, the moment you open your mouth, the moment I log on to this call, I am just so excited. It just is motivation just to hear you say good morning, just the energy that you bring to the group. I am so grateful for that. Now, every time hearing you open your mouth, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get to work. You don't even have to say anything. And just how go with the flow you are, and it really shows a lot in your business that hey, anything happens, it's okay, we're just going to keep moving forward. And you're stuck in Mexico but you don't even see it as being stuck. You're like, oh well, we're here. You know what, I wouldn't mind that either. It's not a really bad place to be stuck at, but oh my goodness. So thank you, both of you and everybody on this call, for even being on this call. It's so great, and I know it takes a lot to get up every single day to be here, but you guys are here. And I just want to ask that if you're here, just be present, because if you're logging on and you're not present, then you're not absorbing the information that you're getting and the energy from Mr. Thomas and everybody else on this call. So just be here and be present. And a lot of that has to do with my topic today. I know what I want to say, but I have a lot I want to say in a little bit of time. So we talk about the new year, and we're talking about it a lot, of course. It's the first week of the new year, and everyone always has these goals, but the first week is where they start falling off for one reason or another. And whether it's going to the gym, getting in shape, finances, whether it's their business, whether it's talking to more people, getting in front of more different people, whatever these goals that people set, having a better relationship, better marriage, better father, better mother, whatever these goals are set, people start falling off for one reason or another, and they make excuses. And one thing that I heard a few weeks ago that really changed my thought of things is, we're asked in a different situation, is it you or is it your ego? And the perspective that they came from is, when we say ego, what do we think of? When you think of ego, for me, I think of someone just like with a big chest, a big ego, someone high and mighty and thinks so much of themselves when they're thinking of ego. But I looked up the definition. I think confidence. Exactly, Gloria. Okay, yes, confidence. So when I think of ego, or the definition I got, it says a person's sense of self. So the way that this was presented to me, it was someone that was really shy, really meek. She had her hair up in a ponytail, and he's like, let your hair down. And she goes, no, it's a mess. And he's like, no, let your hair down. And she's like, oh no, there's too many people looking. And he goes, is that you or is it your ego? It's your ego thinking. And I'm like, wait a minute. So ego is not that confidence boost. It could be that non-confidence. It could be what's keeping you from going out there and talking to people is your ego. And I'm like, wait a minute, that changes everything that I've ever thought of. Because when we say your ego is not your amigo, we're thinking of people that just think too highly of themselves. But some of these cameras, we have so many people on, and as I'm going through, there's a whole screen and a half, two screens of people with their cameras off. And why? And I did the same thing. Maybe it's really early on the West Coast. They don't have their makeup on. They don't have their hair done. But with your camera off, you're not as present. That's the fact of it. When my camera's off, I'm not as present because I can be playing on my phone, doing other things, whatever it is. You're not as engaged. So why is your camera off this morning? Some people are working, some people got things going on. Sometimes you can have your camera while you're working or while you're driving. You make the excuse of, I don't want to be a distraction, my camera's moving, whatever it is, but that excuse is all in here. When we think about this ego that we have of why we're not doing these things, why we got so shy to talk to that person that looked so well dressed. Oh, well, I can't talk to them. Like, I'm a mess today. I just ran out of my house. I get that, but you just missed an opportunity. How many opportunities have you missed because of your ego? And what's holding us back from having those conversations? What's holding us back is all in here. It's that conversations we're having with ourselves. But why? We got that from somewhere. It's not like we made up this stuff. I mean, it does seem made up, but it's what other people are feeding into us. And I love that you commented my hat today, Mr. Thomas, because my sisters, oh my gosh, I'm the oldest dorky sister. Like, what you guys know of me, my family doesn't. Like, it's a completely different person. I'm a different Roxann with them. And my sisters make fun of me because I always have to have these cutesy little things on and bright colors, and they're black and they're cool and all this stuff. And I'm just the goofy older sister. I really am. They make fun of me so much. Like, oh, you're so nerdy and you know all the answers and all this stuff. But I'm still genuine in who I am. But at one point, that created a shyness in me, is because every time I opened my mouth, I thought it was silly. People were laughing. I thought people were laughing at me because I got that at home. It fed into my confidence where I had to, or lack of confidence. And I had to overcome that. So what you guys see today is something I had to overcome because I knew that, hey, I need to be genuine to myself. And I learned that in building business. I really did, is that people weren't really receptive to me because I wasn't genuinely me. So then when I let loose, and I was genuinely me, and I'm like, I don't care who thinks I'm silly. I'm going to attract who I need to attract and who's attracted to me. That's okay to be who you are. So get your ego out of the way. If you have to look pretty to talk to someone, get that out of the way, or handsome, or whatever it is. You're missing opportunities because you're in here, these conversations you're having with yourself. So why do we miss these opportunities? Oh, they might think I'm not very businessy, or I'm not dressed very nice, or they might think I sound stupid, or I don't have the right script, or I'm not saying it right. Whatever this is, that is all in here, you guys. What comes out of your mouth, and sometimes that reactions are like, no, 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 I'm too busy. You do open your mouth and you do talk to someone and they're like, no, 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 I'm not interested. No, 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 I'm too busy. And then you get in here again. Oh my goodness, I said the wrong thing. Oh my goodness, they're going to tell their friends, don't talk to that girl in the corner. Oh my goodness, whatever this stuff is. But it could have been, you know what, I'm running late. Or you know what, my daughter got me in a bad mood today. You know what, my husband said something and that's what's on my mind. You don't know what's going on in their head, but you're making up these situations and circumstances in your own head of what they think of you. And most of the time, that's not true. Not true at all. Deborah's like, no. So when now we think about your ego is not your amigo, just don't think about that high, big confidence boost. Think about what you're presenting or what you're not presenting. Those opportunities you might be missing because you're scared to talk to someone, because you're scared of what you look like, or your script isn't perfect. You guys, I said the wrong thing so many times and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I said that. But guess what? It worked. I've said the right thing so many times, but guess what? It didn't work. It doesn't matter. It's really true what they say. It really, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person or the wrong thing to the right person. I really didn't get that until I screwed up so many times. And I'm like, holy cow, it worked. I don't know how. I said everything wrong and they absorbed whatever they wanted to absorb because of who I was being and what I was bringing to the table. I hope you're understanding that, because when we talk about new year, new me, new goals, no, I don't want a new you. I want you. I want you to finally show up. The problem is we aren't showing up. I want to see you. I want you to finally show up, finally bring yourself to the table in 2025. And you know what? Maybe you're that person's like, oh, I am shy. I don't want to talk. But why are you? What has happened in the past? What has people told you? It's not because of who you are. It's because of what you have, the conversations you have going on in here. And I will say, because I brought this up several times too, about Trish. So Trish is someone on my team, and she's had a lot of transformation this past year, and she would get severe anxiety to talk to people. They're on a call, she wouldn't do it. And she worked through that. And now her confidence level is crazy, but it was her ego telling her that she didn't have anything to say. Nobody wanted to hear from her. She was better quiet in the corner, and that's not it. Now everyone's like, oh my gosh, Trish, I love you. You're awesome. And she's feeling all this love from people that she never got before, but it was something, the conversation she was having in her own head. So, what conversations are you having in your own head? What conversations are you having about yourself? And we have to work on that every single day. It's not all of a sudden we're transformed and we're changed and the world is better. Heck no. We have to. Sometimes when people laugh at me, I'll get on stage or on here and I'll say something I don't even know is funny because I'm goofy and I don't realize it, and it slips out every now and then. And people are laughing. I'm like, oh, whoops, that was okay. It wasn't meant to be a joke, but let's just keep rolling with it. We fall back into those sometimes, and it's okay. As long as you're authentically you, you're going to draw attention and attract the people that are meant to be attracted to you. So, to change perspectives a little bit, what I heard also is a bottle of water. A bottle of water can be $1 at the store, $2 at the gym, $5 at the airport, $7 on a flight. Or if you're in Las Vegas, like I just was, anywhere you want, $7 for a bottle of water. And I'm like, no, I need to buy a case of water. Where's there an HEB in Vegas? I can't find one of those. The case of water can be $7, but now we're spending $7 on a bottle of water. Now, why is that? It's the same bottle of water. It's the same bottle of water I'm having right in front of me. It's where you're getting the bottle of water at. Now, if we think about with you, with me, if we're thinking about ourselves and people aren't, if we feel that people aren't seeing our value, where are we standing? At the store or inside a plane? Think about where we're standing and who we're serving. And that might be what changes your perspective. That might be what changes your business. How many of us feel like we have something of value? Absolutely. Here with ACN, with network marketing, we have something of value 100%, but people aren't listening to you. People are just blowing you off. People think, oh, she's just doing that thing. He's just doing that thing. They're going to start something new. Whatever it is, we feel like we have something of value and people aren't listening and they're blowing us off. Or I get, oh, call me when you reach the top. No matter what it is, we're not reaching the right people if that's happening. And that's okay. If a bottle of water can be $7 just by changing its location, imagine what you could do by putting yourself in a different location, putting yourself in a different spot. Imagine what could happen because you're reaching those people that are only wanting to pay $1 for a bottle of water. But now we have these people in this 2025, the beginning of the year, that are reaching and grasping for things, but we're still in that spot and only talking to those people who might not see your value. Just because you're around those people that don't see your value, that doesn't mean you're not worth much at all. It just means you're standing in the right spot. Sometimes we have to leave to level up. And I hope you hear that. Sometimes you have to leave to level up. Now, does that mean me moving to a new city like I did? Maybe. It doesn't have to mean that. I mean, I loved it. I welcomed it. And I said, hey, here's an opportunity. But that doesn't mean you have to get up and move. Just think about the people you're surrounding yourself. Think about where you're networking. Think about where you're talking to people. So when I say sometimes you have to leave to level up, that means maybe leave your group of friends. Not say, peace, I'm out. I never want to be friends again. But don't talk to them about the business. Deb's already like, I already said peace, I'm out. They're going to see my value, they're done. And that's what you need to do sometimes. I talked to this, oh my gosh, prospect of mine, a new rep, and we're trying to get qualified and we're trying to get these services, and she won't make these phone calls to get these services. And I'm like, you're already, like, we built you a team. We've already have, just because of leveraging and what we had going on, we just need some services, and you don't have any services in your home we can connect. Let's just talk to a couple people. Oh, they won't support me. And I didn't understand. What do you mean they won't support you? They won't help you with a monthly identity theft protection. They won't help you with a cell phone bill they're already paying. I don't get it. And she said, no. And I'm like, why are you surrounding yourself with these people that you will serve, you will help, you will show up with, you will work for free for, that will not pay $30 for a monthly subscription to help you get promoted in something that you're truly, genuinely trying to build for you and your family? And she goes, I just know them. They won't do it. They won't do it. And I'm like, no, they will. People will. She got me on a 3-way call with someone and she said, absolutely not. And I said, may I ask why? And she said, no, we don't do those things. We don't sell things to other people. And I said, she's a real estate agent, right? She said she helped you close your home, right? Did she take full commission? No. So obviously she helps you, but you don't help her. It was the craziest conversation I've ever heard in my life. And she would not support her cousin. That just means we're talking to the wrong people. That is it. We're talking, it doesn't mean she's a bad person. She's just talking to the wrong people and have to get into a bigger and better circle that values her. And I'm speaking that same thing to you, is that there are some people we've been talking to for so long and we're trying to convince them and trying to push stuff on them. They're never going to see your value, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you need to cut them out of your life. They're still your cousin, your mom, your husband, whoever it is. You still love on them, but they're not going to find the value that you're bringing with ACN. So what happened with me when I moved is not because San Antonio, I didn't find people that didn't find my value. I just found a location that could really, really use what we had, and I changed locations. So change your locations, change your circle, change who you're talking to, and know that it's not that you're not worth much. It's not that you're $1 bottle of water. You are that $7, $10, $20 bottle of water. It's just who you're speaking to. So change your location, get different results in 2025, and be you. Don't be a new you. Be authentically you. Be who you are, and you will attract those right people, you guys. I love you so much. I appreciate you. This environment is what's developed me into who I am today, and I cannot say anything else, but I love all of you. Thank you guys so much. I can't wait to see what you guys do this next week.